My name is Problematic, and today we are on call. So, oh, why am I hearing? Oh God, why am I hearing an echo? Where's the echo coming from? Oh wait, I have two audios open, and that might be why. It's fine. Discord audio. Okay. Do we have an echo still? Okay. How about now? Where is that echo? What? Where's the echo coming from? Okay. Where is that echo? What? Where's browser chat? No. Shoutouts? No. PS5 audio? Gotta have that. Fugi? No. I'm not really sure what's happening right now. I was not having an issue with audio before. Sorry. Being on the Be Right Back screen, there isn't really as many options for audio, so I'm not really sure where this is coming from. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what happened with the echo here, Straccia. Sorry about it. Let's try this. Okay. Is that any better? Yes? Okay, great. I think I understand what the problem was. I'm an idiot, that's what. But more importantly, we are here to play the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. This is a new game for me. I have never played it before. And what actually happened was I had Twitch opened to my channel on Chrome. So I'm not really sure why that would be, the reason that I would be able to hear myself twice, other than the fact that I just didn't turn off my audio on it. But I'm going to close Chrome anyways, because honestly, I don't need it open when it's not something that I have to use during this. So, we are live, everybody, and I hope you are all having a nice day. I hope everyone's having a good time tonight. So, if I do have to leave very suddenly, I am sorry. I am still on call, but we're still gonna try to do our regular stream, and I'm hoping Straccia, if you'll still be available later, we'll be able to do all that. But otherwise, let's get into the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I just got an update for this. Otherwise, I would have started a few minutes earlier. But otherwise, let's get into it. Like I said, this is a completely new game for me. I get that it's been out for a while. It was available on PlayStation Plus a month or two back. And I just figured, let's get it. Because why would we not take the opportunity for a free game given to us? I guess let's do subtitles in case I need them. Also, if the audio isn't loud enough, please just give me a heads up and I will turn it up, turn it down as needed. Have you played Stanley? No, I've vaguely seen very little gameplay of it. It's just a slider until the computer is barely visible. Yeah, that's barely visible. Oh, welcome, Luna. Hey, didn't think you'd be awake at this hour, but current time is 4:37. I have never played this game before, so this is going to be something completely new for me. Wait, I can't. Why can't I change the AM? Do I have to? Oh, okay. All right. Well, now it's gone up a minute. All right. Let's get into this. No, accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Like I said, this is going to be very new for me. I am not familiar with the game at all, but I also saw that there's only like an hour and a half to 2 hours of gameplay, so shouldn't have to worry about further than that. Alright, I'm not sure what I'm hearing in the background. I was worried it was an echo still.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Like I said,
Stanley
if it's too
worked
quiet
for a
or too
company
loud,
in
just
a
let me
big
know,
building
please.
where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what Employee 427 did every day.
You love the game? Well, I hope I love it too. This is going to be completely new for me.
Although others might have considered
Seems
it
like
so
a bit of a meme or
Stanley
joke game.
relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
I'm a happy
Something
little
that would
office
forever
drone.
change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This
When you show up on the day
complete
the office is
isolation.
closed.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, we're in control now. Alright,
All
can't
of his
just-
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This, I love this in real life. When I show up to the office and no one is there, that's one of my favorite times. To not be bothered by anyone. Where's the meeting room? Even here? No. No.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Am I supposed to just do only what I'm told? I don't know how to play this, but we're going to do as much as we can to avoid
This was
what
not
he's
the
saying.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge? There's always food in the
Yes,
employee
truly
lounge.
a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to
food
spend
I'll
a
pay
few
for.
moments here in this but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. Alright, there's a crouch.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, shit. I don't think I was supposed to do this, but I did it.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Further off track than I
here
just set
it's,
myself.
Left.
Okay. Left it is.
Oh, no,
Oh,
it's to the
fuck
right,
you.
my mistake. No, not
Oh,
the
come
right.
on.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
It is loud enough, right? I hope it is.
Now, let's see.
We know there's
down,
subtitles, but I
right,
hope you guys
left,
can hear.
Down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Why is there a van here? Like, what level am I in at this building? Sounds good? Okay, thank you, Stretcher. Good to know.
No.
What?
No. This isn't
What?
right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley.
This is a
close your
spoiler?
eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole
Did I
story
just ruin the
completely
game?
unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Are you kidding
This
me?
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Did I really? Oh my god! I spoiled. I spoiled
All
it
of
for
his
myself.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I guess we'll just do what he asked this time, because when I do otherwise,
When Stanley... Wait, what? No.
What?
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did
How
you
much do I
move
get
the story
railroaded
somewhere
here?
or Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay, well, you said to take the door on the left originally, so I guess we'll do that. Maybe. Oh god, so many of these look like they're just connected. Wait a minute. This is the same room, I feel. Where do you want me to go, mystery man?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Oh god, it's the back rooms.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay, we'll just restart again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's this meeting room guy?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Mm-hmm.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, and now I know the game's just... Alright.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
You're messing with me,
I
game.
don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Holy shit.
You've done a lot of hard work, and it really
10-minute
so
speedrun.
Good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all.
I do.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some
I didn't
people
have
win
to.
fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This
Wonder
time,
if this is
to make
because
sure we don't get
of
lost,
it being the
I've employed
deluxe or
the
something.
help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I'll follow your line this
You see,
time, Magic
the line
Man.
knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
What if
Though,
I don't?
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is, in fact, a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right
just have to
now
follow
is a
the
bit of
line
music
now.
to lighten the mood. Wait, cut the music.
Oh, I
Go
like
back
the music.
and look at that fern.
What? This one?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Well, it's a fern. I don't know what else I was supposed to do there.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing?
Oh, wait, here, we're here again?
How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Was that 104 or something? This is like our 5th restart or something.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
What direction? What? Oh, alright. Alright, we'll go this way.
Now,
Narrator, sir.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be,
I thought
Stanley,
it was an endless loop for a
I'm
moment.
ready for it. Oh, no, not you again.
The
Stanley,
line.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Not really anywhere else we can go, narrator.
All
right,
a
something.
choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right...
Just open a door, guy. Come on.
...lead us to where we're going. And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
The confusion.
Hold up, what's
What?
this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now,
Stanley
according to the
dies?
schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
What is this?
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
Are we
Will something happen?
able to leave now?
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Gee, what the god damn. Okay, we're starting again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room. And
Oh god, I sealed myself into this
Perhaps he
option.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Doesn't matter what
Yes,
path I take at
this
this
room.
point.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm working on it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
There's the line
I'm
again.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking, this is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who?
She's been waiting.
Who's waiting? Jeez.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
But what do I
If
tell
you
her?
can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay, I guess I picked it up.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh god.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay. I don't like looking at
This is a
you.
very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
I die at the end?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now
Am I
he's
not
coming
home?
back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries
already
of
in the
new
unknown.
lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So, He went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
Am I
The
making
mere
the right
thought
choice,
that
though?
his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Excuse me, do you know
And down
what's
another was a
happening?
game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Time is 10:57 here.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
We're just
In
getting more
reality, all
office
he's
here.
doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
I hate Mondays.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Not gonna do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And
Do I just
tried
have to
again.
go to the... Wait, what?
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Blech. Alright, we'll go to the damn
All his
room you're
coworkers
telling
were
us.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do I just have to follow directions? Is that it? I'll
When
follow
Stanley
the
came to a
directions.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'll do it. Just don't restart the game again, please.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might
Let
find
them
an answer
know
there.
what you're against or what you're for. I'll solve a dispute with a coworker. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. Everyone is unique. You most of all. What do people want? Things. Money. More money. Things but with money to buy. Hey. More things? Graphs. Graphs about things plus money. We have our new product. What is that? Profits, profits, profits. Maybe which charts of the same slide depict a lot of percent. Teenagers, small percent. Size demographics. Space in between the teenagers. What is this? Synergize. That's an office word if I've ever heard one.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, I'll follow your damn directions. I've defied you enough. Executive bathroom.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
You're right, I couldn't.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Just had to see if there was another option. This is the back rooms. I feel it. This is the back rooms, I swear to God. Also, I just watched Ace Ventura recently, so I'm sorry if I make some overly confident jokes that I laugh at myself that are not amusing.
There was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Alright, I guess we're just following narrator through this now.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, that's not suspicious. So let's just...
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
That's my choice.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I still don't like this. Am I dead? No. I'm not dead yet.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die now, isn't it? That's it, isn't it?
Brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, I'm dead. That's it. I'm dead.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Am I... Thank you, God.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office.
Are you kidding me?
Ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Why? What more do I have to restart? What more do you want from me?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What is the end? What is the end to any of it? Where do I go? What am I doing? What do you want from me? What do you want? Oh, hey, exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Oh, are you kidding me?
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
I'm not turning it off. You led me to this, narrator. You killed me. You led me to the only choice I could make. And that's following your damn path. Oh my god. You know what? That's on me for heading towards the escape
Stanley decided
route.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh my god. How many times do we have to restart? Do I just
When
follow
Stanley
you
came
now?
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, narrator. I'll do
Yet
it.
there was not a single person
I'll follow
here
what you
either.
have to say.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase,
What if I
Stanley
went
walked
downstairs?
upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, nothing here.
But Stanley just couldn't
What's
do
a
it.
parked car
He
doing
considered
here?
the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Leaving
And
work
then something
in this
occurred to
economy?
Stanley. Maybe, he thought to
This is a
himself,
bold move.
maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Yeah,
did
why
doors
not?
close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yeah,
And
why
for
do
that
they?
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah, they
seemed to be
are.
repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as
narrator,
well
just
enjoy
take us
this while
somewhere
I'm
else
still
or
lucid.
something. Please,
So,
I'm
he
sorry,
imagined
I keep
himself
defying
flying
you.
and began to gently float above the ground. Then
what?
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I wouldn't have
Now the
questioned
voice
that,
was
honestly.
describing itself being considered
Not
by
at this
Stanley,
point.
who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to
Oh
Stanley.
my gosh, narrator,
After all,
please.
he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool
Please,
weight of
yes.
the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
I'm married in this?
All
I thought it
want
was
is
like my
life
girlfriend or something.
Exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I don't know if we're okay right now. Oh my god, we're still in this damn loop.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh god, not again.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who is Mariella? Who is
Mariella
this
woke
bitch?
up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this
Dead?
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Oh god, I'm
Everyone
dead,
knows
aren't
what
I?
crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body? Oh, good. Alright. We'll follow you. We'll follow you, narrator. We'll follow you anywhere you want me to go. Just stop restarting, please.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, I'll stop defying you. Is that what this is about? This is about breaking your spirit?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'll go upstairs. I promise. I will.
Stepping into
What
his
else do you
manager's
want
office,
from me?
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
No,
That
I
kind of
don't.
anxiety isn't healthy.
I'm
he
sorry.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
This isn't as comic as I would imagine it to be.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I'm impressed more that I had that number right. I didn't think I would remember it correctly. Ah.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The Lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Mm-hmm.
What horrible secret
We've been
did this
here like
place
3
hold?
other times.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Only one button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
234. Scrambled. Ah, here we go. All right.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I think I have to accept it blindly at this
No.
point.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Get me
Wasn't
out
it?
of the back rooms,
Was it even
please.
possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I gotta put this sweater on. I'm chilly. 1 second. One second. I'll find it. There we go. Yeah. Oh. That's cozy. That's warm. That is better. Okay.
But here was the
Continuing
proof,
on.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Controls idle awaiting input. Well, I guess that sounds like what I was supposed to choose.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine! Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What
Stay
other
outside.
mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Give me the
No
outside
longer
world,
would anyone
please.
tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I'm trying
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
This is the way.
And Stanley was happy.
Did we do it? Did I just have to follow instructions that cleanly without fighting so much? Oh, fuck, there it is. There's no ending to this game, is there?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, God. New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. Let's go find out. We're getting the hell out of here. Eventually.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the
Did I
Stanley
just
Parable
beat the
was a
main
video
game already?
released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley
Okay.
Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I don't imagine there's going to be anything, actually.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yes, content. Please, give me content. Oh, it's fine.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Okay, just keep jumping. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. We're done jumping.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the
That's
new
it?
content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And
I don't
get
know,
me started
narrator.
on the
This is
level of
all new to
craftsmanship
me.
That's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
What is
If
this
you're
new
still with me,
content, please?
why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say?
We're gonna
friend?
restart again. Ah. Okay, this is different. This is different.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Coming, narrator man.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port?
Oh my god, narrator, I'm sorry. I don't know what you want from me.
Reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now
Persona and Skyrim.
it's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Please let me out.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley
want
Parable
from me?
is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Wow. Okay. Let's step out here.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the Memory Zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Not recommended.
I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, God. I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost. I don't know what.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley?
Preachy.
I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me
A
if
little
I'm
bit.
preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be
need to
honest,
start
I had
rap.
always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that.
Me too,
If I'm
Stanley.
truly
I
too
wish.
preachy, then maybe
Wish.
letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
narrator?
Yes, a skip button we shall have.
What the hell is this?
And here it is. Go. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe...
Come on.
Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start
You're
to go
rambling
off
a
on
lot,
focus
narrator.
display
Come on,
of
let's move
self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie Nine will say about this. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Oh,
Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
there's nothing.
A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before.
So skip
Stanley,
button, huh?
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just
Can't
been
press it
frozen
again.
there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the... Oh,
Just
Stanley,
get on with
you're
it,
back.
narrator.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not...
Come on. Wrap it up, narrator. Wrap it up.
So, you're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin...
I'm not interested. I'm just trying to skip forward. Do we just keep skipping? What is it? What do you want? Is she gonna blow?
didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistent...
Ow. Where are we? What are we doing?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Come on. Something, give me something out of here. Nope. Come on. Give me something out of here, please. Oh, God. I'm so lost. Oh, God. I'm lost. Come on. Let me out, please. How many times do I have to do this? Let me leave, please. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind here. I am losing my mind. What is it? What am I supposed to do? I know, but still. Come on. What do I have to do? What do I have to do to get out of here? Where am I? Goodbye, office life and office job. I'm coming. But please tell me this is the end here. What just happened? Oh my goodness. Not again. Not again. Was that the extra content?
All of his co-workers
Is that
were
it?
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No. No, we're not doing that again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
New
wave
cost
of
efficient.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm sorry. I spaced out for a moment, but I'm really trying to figure out just like where that
blah blah blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Come on. Down here. After this, I definitely have to use the bathroom really quick before Straja, if you're still able to collab. I hope so.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, we'll do that this time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Come on.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
I figured
co-workers.
that much.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Let's go. Oh, come on. I swear I'm just blind sometimes.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Narrator, I'm sorry. I don't know what you want from me. Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What else do you want from me? What else?
And when at last he found the source of... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated
Come
without
on.
proper DNA
You don't.
identification,
Stay psych right now.
nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
No.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway.
Swear.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds.
Come on, narrator.
Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh, God.
Stanley.
What do
You're
you
in
want,
for quite a
narrator?
disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Oh, God. Is that it? Is that the ending of the game? I'm losing it. Oh. No. 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 No, no, no. Strasha, are you good? Are you good to join for collabing? I don't know how much longer I can keep restarting this goddamn game. I don't know how much longer I can do it. Please tell me you're ready to like hop on something together soon. This is... Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know if there's any more to this. I don't know, like, what else I can do. Oh, we've been playing for, like, an hour, and I don't know, like, what else can be done at this point. We've been just wandering around, tick tock every minute. I don't know what else can be done. Just gonna
All
tell
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Thank you. Narrator, I don't know what else you want from me. What else do you want? What else
Stanley
can I
walked
do?
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
Yes,
horrible
yes,
secret
yes.
did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors
Yeah,
jumped
the
to life,
strength.
their true
Keep
nature
going.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind
Stanley,
control
what are we
facility,
doing?
It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
What
Had
else
Stanley
is
really
there
been under
here?
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
anything else
labeled
over
with
here?
emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I can't read that. Over? Is it over? We turned off the mind control machine.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it? Is it finally?
He had won. He
Okay,
had
we
defeated
had
the
done this
machine,
already.
unshackled himself from someone else's command, Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even
Goodness.
power that
Come
he
on.
had been seeking.
We've been through it all. We've been
Perhaps
through
his
it
goal
all.
had not been to
already.
understand,
I'm sure there's so
but
much
to
more.
let
I'm
go.
sure there's more.
No longer
I'm
would
not
anyone
trying to
tell him
get
where
a
to go,
completionist
what
run
to
on
do,
this.
or how
But
to feel.
goodness, what else
Whatever
is
life
there?
he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the
Yep,
cool
okay.
breeze upon his skin.
Been here.
The feeling
Been
of
here already.
liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Thank you,
And
narrator.
Stanley
But come on.
was happy.
All right. I think we did it. I think we. I think we're good. I think we've unlocked enough endings of Stanley Parable. I'm getting done with this. Okay. We're gonna be done here for now. We're not calling it on stream today, but we're gonna take a done on Stanley Parable. So, first up, thank you for tuning in so far. I'm going to try to reach out to my good friend Strasha and see if we can continue on with something else. I am going to be right back because I have been drinking like a horse and I have to use the bathroom. But if you're new, please give me a moment of your time so I can get set up for our next game and see if my friend is able to join. Otherwise, if you are tuning out, thank you for joining so far. Very much appreciated. Luna, Strasha, thank you. I am going to be on the Be Right Back screen, and we will work on getting our next game set up here momentarily. Thank you so much so far, and this has been Stanley Parable, and my name is Paula Mag. Thank you for joining so far. We'll be right back, everyone. Thank you.